Girls Frontline. Am I a little late? Of course I am a little late. But you need to understand, you see, I was enjoying a movie. I was watching a movie with my parents. So that's why I got a little late today. Today we have a new event. Turbulent Undercurrents. Finally, Land is over here. I have no idea what she does. I have no idea what's her role in the corrosion thing. All I know is that I need to poop her. If not for the meta, for my own personal reasons. I need to collect all the ex-Griffin dolls back to the Elmo. And for that, hopefully, well, hopefully not, obviously, I need to poop for all of them. Luckily, this time I have more than enough funds to get her. I think even if I reach hard pity, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Oh, I thought it was the 4-star weapon for a moment. Damn it, no 4-star weapon. 67, please, just give me at least the 4-star weapon right at the start, please, let what happened with Florence in the last event happen again this time. That's all we need to go. Fucking damn it. Okay, third time for sure. Okay, Lynn's not coming here, but the 4-star weapon. The 4-star weapon. Just the 4-star weapon. Please. Oh, fuck. Who? I need to find whoever invented gacha and I need to kill that man. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Please. 4-star weapon. Just to the 4-star. God fucking damn. Okay, alright, alright. How many pools were there? 40? 40, 60? Don't even know anymore. Please. 4-star weapon. It's not that difficult. I swear it's not that difficult. The chances are not that low. Huh? Okay, alright. Seems like I will have to reach the first 50. Okay. Just give him the 4-star weapon. Just give me the 4-star weapon. Right now. 4-star weapon. This is rigged. Like, okay, here it is. How are the chances of getting a weapon? What even is a weapon? No. This one, auto 11, 12. Sorry, auto 12, right? What are the chances? Standard doll and weapon probability details. 3%. No, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. The chances are actually pretty low. Okay, Lint. Right now, Lint. She's coming right now. Okay, just kidding. Right now. Okay, for real this time. Right now. Just kidding. I tricked you again. Right now. Okay. Holy shit, I'm so good at this. Oh my god. I'm so good at it. insane. Honestly, I am so good at this. It's unfair for other people that play this game. It's also I thought it was a fourth weapon for a moment. It's unfair for the devs too, because I'm so good at this. Like, they are losing money with me. Okay. At least I can get her 5-star weapon. No fucking way. First temple. No fucking way. No fucking way. First one too. Dude, I'm so good. I'm telling you, the devs are losing money because of me. I'm making Mika team go bankrupt. Oh man, I'm so fucking good at this game. Holy shit. Holy, I'm so good. I'm so fucking good at this game. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much about land. The more that I know about land is what I have seen from her own Mirror Cloud. She's darky, I mean. Right from the beginning I can already see that, of course I can. Well, I mean, obviously she's a dork. Everything the T-dolls are dorks. All of them. No exceptions. Now. Change weapon. Bring this. I don't know what even is this. And enhance. And now level up. Okay, let me see what this animation looks like. Oh, damn, she's very bouncy, isn't she? What about this animation? Very bouncy, very jumpy. She's so bouncy. Put on a bra, girl. Come on now. Okay. Gacha where I already did the gacha. You missed it, Oiko. Also, welcome to the stream. Almost to level 60. Almost there. Almost there. Anytime now. There we go. There we go. Easy, simple, and fast. Do I have... I don't think I have enough cores for her. I think I already spent my cores on... Oh, hold on. There we go. I think I already spent my cores on other... Oh, I do have quite a lot, actually. But not enough, right? Because I need 18 for her. 18 or 21. I don't remember if the last one actually also costs cores. It's one ugly ass shotgun. If it shoots, it doesn't matter. Who cares if it's ugly? It kills people either way. Okay, what the fuck are you cooking? They are cooking a lot of things. Oh. Sorry, that was automatic. I didn't meant to buy that one, that key. But now that I did, I guess I have to equip it. Candy Glaze cleanses debuff from herself before an attack resolves. Okay. Cleans debuff from herself. What exactly is she? AoE damage debuff trigger and stack. So like a AoE damage dealer? So the signature shotgun, I'll explain how abdominal that thing is. I will pass that one. I am on a bit of a hurry, Oiko. If you have not noticed yet, I started streaming a bit late today. And I need to clear this as fast as I can. My plan, I don't know if I'm going to do a 2-hour stream today, but at the very least I want to reach the halfway point of this event. Don't know how long this is going to take. I mean the weapon, not the sugar addict. I know, but I'm in a hurry. Let me see how many other... 8, 3, so 11. 11, 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Okay. DS12, DA14. Do a heroic mode? Not right now. Not right now, I'm in a hurry. DA11. Wounds that will not heal. Below a seemingly repaired facade, the rot is silently spreading. Go. Oh, I bet this doesn't have voice acting. I mean, you wouldn't be surprised at this point. In the green zone, on the outskirts of the satellite city, KYI-09. A light mist hangs over the Mansion District. Frostfall Squad is performing a battlefield cleanup under Kyungju's supervision. Their tactical boots crunch on mechanical parts scattered on the grassy lawn. Wow, this place is huge, and it's got a swimming pool too. No wonder they had to buy so many guard robots. Is everyone living in the Mansion District this rich? It doesn't matter how rich they are. It's not like we'll end up making the same kind of money. Finally got a security assignment after so long, and in the end we are just facing a bunch of domestic robots. Could have cleared them all out by myself. Then do it. Do it, Slim, if you're so good at this. Well, we are getting voiceovers next patch since his anniversary updates. Oh, thank God. Lent, Chira, don't complain. Hyunju's opens her day planner and checks each item and number on it, line by line. There's 10 minutes until the mission deadline. Looks like our tactical planning still has room for improvement. Give me a sit-rep on your respective areas, starting from Tololo. Roger. 6 mechanical units eliminated in Area A. Motif core fragments clearance complete. Area B is all cleaned up. It was easy since this genius was around. Area C is fine, of course. Man, you're literally a tank shotgun T-doll back in Griffin, or was she? Who knows? On Nero Cloud, she was a medic. No, she was a guard. Right now she's a shotgun. Right. But on Neo Cloud, I know she was a guard. She used some robots, if I'm not remembering correctly. Yeah, she was a guard. If I remember correctly, she was a guard. But has Griffin really been reduced to doing yard work for rich people now? Feels like we are providing after-sales service or something. It's true that this wasn't explicitly requested in our contract, but since our mission takes place in the residential area, it would make sense that we would handle cleanup duties here. In addition, I believe that attention to details like this demonstrates our commitment to providing good service, which will affect our future clients' willingness to hire us. Yeah. Well, I hope our employers will appreciate your attention to detail, leader. I don't even remember since I don't change my SG team in like a year long. No, I think on GFL1 she is a shotgun. I think. No, she has to be a shotgun. That would keep our numbers from being so dismal. No, right? Seeing as how we perform so well and so efficiently and even have a genius like me backing everyone up, not hiring us is like their loss. If you count not being blown up by those little explosive gadgets of yours as a loss, then they're definitely winning big. What are you talking about? It was only 1 or 2 times, I mean, a few times at most. Okay, so I think I have found the financial loss, the main financial loss of this game, this group. Looks like we have found the reason why people are hiring us less often, leader. Cheetah. Don't listen to Land. It doesn't know what she's talking about. My inventions are fairly reliable under most circumstances. Annoyed, Cheetah spread her arms in protest. Sunlight streams from behind them and reflects faintly off something on the lawn with a golden gleam. Tololo pauses as she spots the reflection. Tololo? What's wrong? There's something in the grass. She bends down and retrieves an ID card from under the wreckage of a robot. It's an intricately made card that reflects glints of golden light. The circuitry-like patterns on it move slowly as she turns it. I'm not wrong, judging by how it feels. It should be... Don't touch that, Cheetah. You don't know where it's been. Aw, relax, leader. It was just a little experiment. I'm not going to break it or anything. Look. Cheetah leans out from behind Tololo and experimentally pokes the card with her combat knife. Its edge nicks the honeycomb patterns on the card, but then they slowly return to their original shape. Do not bring me the PTSD back, Oikel. I was in Vietnam. I saw the grass moving. I saw the trees moving. I saw the trees talking. The patterns, they fixed themselves. Huh? How's that? Cool stuff, huh? This material is called liquid phase shape memory alloy, or liquid polyalloy for short. The Girard Group just announced their patent on it recently. It might look small, but you could buy 10 T-DOS frames for the price of this much material. You'll be set for a long time with this. I think the valuable part of it isn't the materials that went into making it, but the technology. Still, isn't this the property of the client? It's not like we are authorized to dispose of it, right? That might not be the case. We found it under this toaster, so maybe even the client doesn't know anything about it. Also, leaving valuable stuff like this lying around would make us look really unprofessional. In any case, we should be able to bring it back with us, right, leader? As a professional PMC, our focus should be on building long-term relationship and trust with the client as opposed to coveting short-term financial gain. However, it is true that taking care of valuable goods would count as a valuable added service. And as it turns out, it's almost time. Hyunju. turns away and dials a familiar number. Miss Alien, this is Kyonju. Permission requirements. Frostfall Squad has eliminated the rogue security robots, and we have also finished recovering their motive core fragments. I think the client should be able to move in without worries now. The sound of rippling paper comes over the transmission channel. Alien Stone seems a little more crestfallen than usual. Understood. Also, we recovered an ID card on the premises. Its function is unknown. Oh, my helicopter wife. Really? Really? You gonna aim for the hack? How uncultured of you, Oiko. How uncultured. I am very disappointed. Since the card is quite valuable, should we hold on to it for the time being, before handing over to the client? Yes, that would be a good way to handle the situation. Hyunju, I have full faith in your decision because you always take all the relevant factors into consideration. I've also seen the efforts you and Frostfall Squad have made for Griffin. Thank you all for your hard work. You should consider this upcoming period to be a vacation of sorts. A vacation? So you're saying that our upcoming commissions... The sound of pages flipping comes to a halt, and Alien signs quietly. Just then, an exclamation from Cheetah drowns out her reply. Leader, this is bad. The think cans are getting back up again. GL, beta, protocol activated. System rebooting. Target identification module. Loading successful. Huh? Executing attack order. Miss Alien, the situation has changed. The rogue robots have reactivated, and we need to deal with them ASAP. But if we do that, this commission might... Prioritize keeping your girl safe. If need be, you are authorized to take any and all means needed to resolve the situation. Understood. After ending the transmission, Hyunju fires off orders to Frostfall Squad. Cheetah, Tololo, move up with me and suppress them. Lind, focus your fire and eliminate the nearby targets. Remember, controlled bursts only. Make sure we truly destroy these robots this time. Move out. Alright, time to kill some robots. As usual, as always. She's always wiping the commander's ass, okay? Not to mention she is holding the fort along with Mr. Kruger. I know, but you're still in a culture. That doesn't change anything. Oh, sorry. Wrong team. Restart the battle. Yes. Restart the battle. Keep this. Look what you did, Oiko. Because of you, I had to restart this. So you're happy now? Who was on it again? Cheetah, Hyunju, and Toro. There we go. What do we have here? Now, what exactly you do, Lind? Enemy target within 6 tiles and deals physical damage equals to 80% of attack, so it's okay. Pretty normal. Salt Spray selects one direction and deals AoE corrosion damage equal to 100% of attack to all enemies in a narrow angled fan-shaped area. Fan-shaped. Oh, it's a dick-shaped. No, it's like a T-shaped. Okay. T-shaped area of 6 tiles wide in the selection direction. For each debuff on a target, damage dealt is increased by 5%, the maximum increase of 30%. Before the skill resolves, apply one random powerful debuff to all enemy units in the effective range. After the skill resolves, Lind gains 2 points of competence index. You fumble the first second you enter the battle. And whose fault is that? And whose fault is that, Oiko? Unable to use. Okay, I am unable to use, but at least I'm not unable to read. Use AoE corrosion damage, overwhelming burst, equal to 100% of attacks in 6 tiles. Before skill usage, if competence index is at maximum, the damage multiplier is increased by 5% for each stack of candy glaze held by Lind. Candy glaze. Candy glaze. Corrosion damage dealt is increased by 1%. Maximum of 10 stacks cannot be cleansed. Okay. And her ultimate applies Ketoacidemia to all enemy units within 8 tiles for 1 turn. All enemy units within 8 tiles? Okay. Ketoacidemia. For each debuff on the target, corrosion damage from land is increased by 5%, up to a maximum increase of 30%. Consider it a corrosion debuff. Okay. After the skill resolves, triggers all corrosion debuffs held by all enemy units within the skill's effective range. After skill usage, Lind can use the active skill Assault Spray, the active skill Overwhelming Burst, or the basic attack Repulsive Shot. And the passive skill, Sweet Stockpile. At the end of the action, Lind gains 1 point of competence index. At the start of the turn, applies Honey Trap to all enemy units. The effect has cooldown of 1 turn. Honey Trap. When Honey Trap is triggered, Lind applies 3 random powerful debuffs to the debuff holder, cleanses 1 buff, and performs support action, dealing AoE corrosion damage equal to 80% of attack and 1 point of stability damage. Okay. When an enemy unit with Honey Trap dies or an ally unit deals corrosion damage, Lind gains 1 stack of Candy Glaze. When Lind holds 5 or more stacks of Candy Glaze before attacking enemy targets with Honey Trap, triggers the effect of Honey Trap. Okay, Honey Trap is consumed thereafter. So basically, debuff the hell out of the enemies, increase its own damage based on the debuffs that the enemy held, and activate the damage overtime from those debuffs. Okay, so she is a damage dealer, and she can, just with her ultimate, she already killed more than half of the enemies of the stage. Okay, alright. Bruh. Bruh. Cheetah can't even reach that far. Impressive, not gonna lie. Alright, okay, Lens. Then the T-shaped thing and the stage is done. Simple like that. In other words, she wants to be in corrosion teams, yup. I think her position's pretty obvious, if all those descriptions didn't make it very clear. As the final gunshot rings out, the last of the defense robots blows up, collapsing into a pile of junked parts. Lind puts her gun away with practiced ease and unwraps a lollipop before rubbing her arm, which was grazed by shrapnel. Can't believe I actually got hit by something like this. Pisses me off. I don't remember now, does Lind is still able to feel pain? Because originally she was an experimental medical doll that was able to feel pain, at least per lore from NeuroCloud. I don't remember if right now she still has those functions on her. I don't remember if they got those functions removed from her within the storyline of NeuroCloud either. Say, I noticed a while back, but you seem really sensitive to pain lit. Oh, she still does have the receptors. I see. Okay. Thank you for answering my own question. My question game. Thank you. Thank you. Why don't you turn it off in combat? Are you a masochist or something? My frame moves slowly when my glucose levels are low, so it's perfectly natural to use pain to boost my reaction times. If you say so. Lynn turns aside in a somewhat unnatural way. More importantly, you should be worrying about these robots, right? Why did they flip out all of a sudden? They were making noises which sounded like commands before they started back up. It seems this outburst was triggered at the programming level. But we shot up their motive cores, didn't we? That's like cutting their power off. There's no way they could start up again, right? Unless their cores could self-repair. The four of them seem to realize something at the same time. This is polyalloy. In other words, it was made by Girard. Tololo wades into the robot's wreckage and begins digging around inside it. Frame code prefix reads G and L beta. This isn't a model that they are selling on the open market. I don't see anything like it in their product catalog either. Looks like this frame model isn't one that's commercially available. So does that mean it's some kind of fancy toy those rich people got through internal connections? That's possible. And it's also perfectly reasonable that these beta models, which aren't publicly available, would have bugs in their programming. And that's not even getting to the fact that they are from the Girard group. Are you talking about what happened on Miss Kalina's side some time back? Yes. The ripples from the robots' uprising in Odessa spread far and wide. Girard's been paying out huge amounts of penalty fees and compensation. Their stock price has also plummeted. Factoring Rurik's departure, and a plane crash and the group having to appoint a new CEO, I'm sure even the Girard brass must be terrified right about. There have been multiple reports of robots going berserk this month already. And there's a speculation that it's linked to the broken supply chains and chaotic internal management. 3 reports. 4 if you count ours. Tololo presses a button on her communications terminal, and a holographic projection of a starry sky springs into existence. She taps on the touchscreen and it is replaced by a clip from a news broadcast. Oh, sorry, it's a child. sorry. Papa, Mama, my eyes hurt. Man, I hate when children appears on the story because I don't know how to do children's voices, and I always cringe the most when I try to imitate a child's voice. The camera pans to the child. Their eyes reddened from the thick smoke spewing from the kindergarten that was destroyed by haywire robots. The ruined remains of a wall are visible in the corner of the frame, covered in scattered bullet rolls. holes. A neatly dressed Girard Group spokesperson stands in front of the devastation, addressing the reporter. I am the representative of the Girard Group's R&D division, Yakov Holtz, I can't fucking read. On behalf of the Girard Group, I would like to extend my sincerest apologies to the people affected by this incident and their families. After preliminary investigation, we have found that the robots were affected by an unknown virus shortly before they went berserk. Currently, there's ample evidence to indicate that this was a malicious, deliberate act of destruction, targeting the Girard Group. As such, I wish to make our position clear to the world. We will be investigating this incident with all the resources at our disposal, and we will not give the culprits any opportunities to cause further mayhem. Pronounce, I don't give a fuck. This is the Grover situation. I don't give a fuck. Their names are pronounced however the fuck I want them to be pronounced. Honestly, it's their fault for having a foreign name, honestly. There is no need to worry. The Girard Group has always made user safety our #1 priority. We will be holding another press conference later on to address how we intend to handle the situation. Tololo ignores the spokesman's alleviation and shuts off the clip. I heard a whole lot of excuses, but nothing in the way of actually compensating people. Didn't they blame the previous incident on a technical loophole or something? Now they're saying it's an external attack. They're just trying to wash their hands of everything, aren't they? But if someone's really disinfected those robots with a virus, there would probably be more victims. Leader, should we continue looking into this commission? After thinking for a bit, Yeongju shakes her head. We don't have much ammo left, and getting further involved wouldn't be wise. Also, Yeongju's voice trails off. However, the look on her face tells the rest of her team that she couldn't bring herself to say. What she couldn't bring herself to say. Can't fucking read. Jesus Christ, what's happening today? Because they all know they don't have the mighty Griffin from before backing them up now. Ever since the war ended, the demand for PMCs from various factions and the civilian sector has drastically declined. In addition, Griffin was forced to restructure and downsize. All the clients who had formed stable partnerships with Griffin in the past have ended their cooperation with Griffin in one way or another. Although Frostfall efforts have secured them a few permanent customers, there are times like these when there's no business to be had. Without their beloved commander and many of the dogs who were once their colleagues, the things they can do now are very limited indeed. Frostfall understands this point very well. Even so, while they might have chosen to walk different paths, at least everyone is still alive and they all still have their shared memories. At the very least, when the commander finally gets tired of wandering the Yellow Zone, he will still have a place that can be called home. For that reason alone, they will do their best to keep Griffin going. Still, There are times when they must face the limitations of their circumstances and accept the knowledge of their powerlessness that accompanies this realization. After sensing the dejection among her team, Kyonju softens her tone a bit. You make a note of the potential risks in our debriefing. Even if we can't do anything about it now, I'm sure it will be useful in the future. It's not like there's nothing that can't be done, right? Frostfall squad heads back to their vehicle. Link lags behind, connecting her data port to one of the robots, downloading some of their data to herself. I don't know how it might help. Let's just make a copy of it for now. Surely that won't lead to some troubles later. Surely that won't lead to another lead towards this whole case involving the Girard group. Surely not. Surely this story is going to go to a completely different direction. Man, when you find out the commander has been having fun at the Yellow Zone with a lot of dead people, you probably would have go gun blazing on the Yakov guy. Meanwhile, said Shikikan and T-Dolls. The Shikikan and T-Dolls are having their troubles too, okay? You know how difficult it is to raise a mutant child on your own? Do you know? I don't think you do. Inside the meeting room of Griffin's main building in the Green Zone, late at night, Frostfall Squad is conducting their usual after-action review. It's bedtime already. Why are we still having a meeting now? Are we trying to slack off? Leader usually works through the entire night on overtime, you know. Then this will be all for the day. Awesome! I'll be off now. Genius brains need their beauty sleep. Hang on. Before Cheetah can hop out of her seat, she feels Kyonju's hand pushing her back down. Uh-oh. We are done with the AAR, but there are other things that we need to talk about. Saying so, Kyonju flicks Tololo's hairband and brings her mind back from gazing at the stars twinkling outside. I do believe in avoiding unnecessary overtime. There are some things regarding Frostfall Squad's future development that merit discussion. Have a look at this. Kyonju's fingers fly across her terminal, and the screen displays a spreadsheet, checkered in red and green. Is this a record of our squad's finances? Yes, the green cells represent our income for the past month, and the red cells show our expenses. That's weird. We got a lot of jobs last month, didn't we? How come there's so many red cells? And the most common type of expense is liability compensation? Mission number RD04003045. The client's mansion was damaged in the squad's explosion to the extent that a deformed gate forced them to climb through a window to get home. The compensation was 4 times the payment received. Yikes. Yikes. Mission number RD04010072. The client's car window was shattered by gunfire from the squad, leading to the client's right arm being gashed by glass fragments. The compensation was 3 times the payments received. Mission number RD04011745. The clients demanded double the value of furniture destroyed by an explosion created by the squad. The compensation was 5 times the payments received. Looking at this, it seems a certain genius of ours featured heavily in all of these incidents. Am I wrong? What? You got some nerve putting fingers at me, Lance. Half of those incidents were caused by you and your lack of trigger discipline leading to stuff getting shoot up. Well, considering what happened after Frankfurt, it's strange that there are those who thought Commander was leaving good notes with Griffin. Otherwise, they would have ransacked this shithole. Counting my nemesis, or accepted these jobs, idiots. You know who else will accept this. Accept a collateral compensation clause on a militarized service. I have the impression that those clauses are standard for the service. I will deal with the two of you later. In any case, Griffin's financial situation will be in the red next month, which means our living expenses will have to be cut too. Then, our candy budget? 0. Cheetah and Land both exclaim in shock. What is addict? Seriously? Normally we would still be able to handle a situation like this. But we haven't had that many commissions to begin with this month. And all our remaining commissions have been put on hold too. Therefore, we need to find a way to salvage our financial situation before it gets worse. What if you sold these genius inventions? Cheetah's inventions are all original and genuine. Those rich folks in white zones will be falling over themselves to buy them up. I guarantee it. Why would those healthy people want to buy them? Are they tired of living, perhaps? Indeed. The safety of those products is a concern. Proposal denied. Eh? Perhaps we could try taking on some personal commissions. The legality and safety of those commissions are questionable and cannot be verified. Proposal denied. Now that you mention it, don't we have some big assets gathering dust in the logistics department? You know, those helicopters, that big tugboat, and all that other crap? All our missions now don't call for that stuff. So, can't we sell them off or something? Those assets are essential for emergency situations and cannot be casually discarded. Proposal denied. Doesn't work, that doesn't work. Isn't there anything here that can sell for some quick cash? Oh, yeah. What about that ID card we picked up earlier today? Ms. Ilium discussed it with our clients, who refused to claim it and said Griffin can dispose of it as we see fit. Sounds great. Let's sell it off to an underground broker then. Didn't Cheetah say it was super valuable? That means we ought to be able to hold out for a good long time if we do. Proposal denied. Why? Why this time? Are you even going to deny that soon? Well, do we have the address for any underground brokers in Griffin systems? No. I mean, they don't even have any fixed premises or anything. What kind of information would we possibly have on them? Then, can we use public trade platforms to work out this deal? If such avenues were available to them, they wouldn't be underground brokers. In other words, it's too risky. Proposal denied. As Kyungju looks around at her teammates, who all seem a little out of it, she feels her head beginning to ache. She would already expect that finding a solution would be difficult. She wasn't expecting them to not make any progress at all. Crossfall Squad's role is too poorly defined. We take on any kind of assignments, but that also makes it harder for clients to choose us over our peers who have more specialized skill sets. It seems just focusing on service details isn't enough. Hyunju signs quietly and gives up on continuing the discussion. We'll end today's meeting here then. I'll go talk to Miss Eliam again and see what other assets we have available to us. Dismissed. Oh man, that was a bummer. That was a bummer. So their position on the griffins is too poorly defined. What other squads Griffin has? She says their position in Griffin is too poorly defined compared to other squads. I wonder who else is at Griffin right now? Who else still stayed at Griffin? Half an hour later, someone stalks the quiet corridor, frazzled from a lack of sleep. Not like I don't understand where leader is coming from. She's being a bit too cautious, isn't she? Rosa Squad and 404 are already helping the commander, while Leva and the others are helping Kalina too. Meanwhile, we are stuck treading water in the green zone, all curled up in a ball, into a ball, and trying to think of how to make a living. It really pisses me off. In any case, let's grab the ID card while Leader and Miss Alien are talking. After making up her mind, Lind opens the door to Alien's office. However, the scene depicted in her visual modules comes as a bit of a surprise. Is someone there? The moonlight shines through the window and illuminates the corner of Alien's desk. A very suspicious-looking character is there, rummaging around like they're looking for something. It has to be Cheetah, right? After confirming that the object bobbing around on the thief's head is a Barrett, it's Cheetah, Lind breathes a sigh of relief. She silently circles around behind the burglar and slaps her on the back. Oi, Cheetah. The sudden smack startles Cheetah so badly that she curls up into a fetal position and grabs her head. Caretaker. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come here and steal stuff. Please give me a chance to turn over a new... Quiet, you. It's not Miss Alien, it's me. Huh? Cheetah looks back and giggles at Lind. Oh, it was you, Lind. You scared the hell out of me. What are you doing here? I'm pretty sure you already know. Oh, so you had the same idea as me. Namely, to sell off the ID card. Am I right? Congratulations on arriving at the same conclusions at this genius brain. Wasn't I the one who suggested that? Also, if you're searching for the ID card, you should be looking over there, right? Lind points to the code-locked safe behind the door. Meh. When did caretaker's caretaker move it there? Who cares? The important thing is that our genius can finally be put to use. You should have something that can open safes, right? Show me what it can do. Of course I do. It's just a safe. I can open it in 3 seconds. Cheetah produces an unlocker from her pocket and connects it to the safe. 3, 2, 1. Click. As the bolt slides back, the two of them open the safe door. The gleaming ID card lies quietly inside it. How's that? Are you in awe of this genius invention? Isn't it amazing? Yeah, it is. Land nod, then slips the card into a waistband pocket before heading out the door, leaving Cheetah staring dumbfoundedly at where the card used to be. Huh? Walking up just like that is really rude, you know? Aren't you going to discuss your next move with this genius? Also, shouldn't you show some respect? I mean, I'm the one who opened the lock, you know? Hey, are you pretending to not hear me? You should be singing praises of my genius. Shh. Lind raises a finger and signals to Cheetah to shush. Then, she beckons behind her, indicating that Cheetah should follow. Well, we are the ones who caused most of the trouble anyway, so we might as well go settle it together. Settle what? Money problem. The whole point of getting this was to sell it for money, right? Oh no, was Cheetah planning to steal this ID card so she could use it in her inventions? Is that what's going on here? I know an underground broker, and he just so happens to be at one of his old hangouts today. Come with me. Alright, stealing from the company, alright, starting very well. Good to see you're such a good employee, Lind. Lightless Alley. It is not only terror that thrives in the darkness, but profit. Go. Cheetah follows Lind to a city little alley in the yellow zone. The nearby street lamps crackle and blink every now and then. The ground is covered by beer bottles and other junk, and the air is redolent with a rotting stench born from the unholy fusion of expired alcohol and food scraps. Is this the old hangout we were talking about? Can anyone who lives here really afford to buy that polyalloy card? You can find underground brokers anywhere. I make a big deal out of it. Rather than worry about not being able to find a buyer, you should think about what you do if robbers suddenly show up. Land reaches into her waistband pocket. The hard sensation there helps calm her neural clouds down a little. Relax, we are both super strong tactical dolls, aren't we? Who would be dumb enough to try and mug us? And how the fuck am I having such difficulty to read today? Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. How did you meet that broker anyway? You know how you keep asking for materials for inventions, especially the stuff with really weird names? Can only get those through less than legal channels. You only realized that just now? Huh? So that's how it works. I guess that broker guy really helps us out a lot. Instantly filled with confidence about this trade. After hearing you say that, any confidence I had is gone. Lind comes to a halt in front of a neon sign that seems to advertise a bar. Right, this is it. We'll do things like we discussed. We'll talk to the broker, you keep watch outside. I will talk to the broker, you keep watch outside. Huh? Are you sure you don't want to let everyone, beloved genius, yours truly, handle this interaction? I've already dealt with him several times before, so I will probably have better luck handling with him. You can take that mouth of yours and squawk if you see anything funny. Land continues down another winding alley and arrives in front of a rusty door grate. She knocks lightly on it, and it cracks open a hair shortly afterwards. A wary face is visible in the gap. The man exchanges looks with Lent, then nods and opens the door, gesturing for her to enter. Well, unlike the dreary, silent street, the inside of the bar is lively and bustling. Several thugs are sitting around the table and drinking beer, their massive frames making their chairs creak with every move they make. Land seems to have anticipated all this. He heads over to the counter and sits down next to a man in a ball. It's been a while. Despite the fact that she is talking to the broker, Linz doesn't turn to look at him. Instead, her eyes casually roam the drinks rack in front of her. It's easy to pick you out of a crowd, at least. Looks like this is going to be a good day. Another good deal just walked up. Let me think. The last time I saw you was... Seems you have got a wall of text you wanted to dump on me, but I would just skip it if you don't mind. I didn't come here to listen to you reminisce. I got something that ought to be pretty valuable, and I would like you to take it off my hands. Saying so, Land reaches into her waistband pocket and exposes parts of the card. Freshly patented by the Girard Group. You interested? Upon seeing the card, the broker tenses up for a moment, but relaxes the next second. He takes Lance over to a table in the corner, then removes his hat, revealing a gloomy face. Is that liquid face-shaped memory alloy? That is rare. Selling off will be a bit troublesome, but if the price is right, there will be no shortage of buyers. Provided, of course, that there is nothing wrong with the goods. Can't just say you want to test it, you know? Lind humps quietly, then places the card on the table before sliding it over to the broker. He picks up the card and examines it in the dim light of the... then takes out a small knife from his waist. The edge glides across the surface of the card, and the honeycomb patterns on it ripple and gleam. After seeing this, the broker nods. Holy alloy, alright. How much do you want for it? This much will do. Lynn shows him a number. The broker doesn't respond right away, instead walks in thoughtfully. The card in his hand drums against the table with a tap, tap, tap. Rare goods have a lot of value as collector's items. Fortunately, I don't have enough cash on hand to pay you in full. What does that mean? Are you going to buy on credit? No. What I'm trying to say is that if I had 10 minutes, I could get my boys to bring the full sum over. But as a trader, I understand that time is money. So in the end, the ball is in your court. Having said his piece, the broker waits for Lynn's reply. It's just 10 minutes. I can wait. Thank you for placing your trust in me. It seems the broker is pleased by the answer, because he smiles almost imperceptibly and raps on the table. The thugs seated by the entrance get up and squeeze their bulky frames out of the front door. The founding metal gates creaks mournfully. After that, the broker snaps his fingers and someone places a steaming cup of coffee in front of Lynn's. The sweetness of the double-sugared beverage allows her frazzled nerves to relax a little. No. Don't relax, Lent. Don't relax right now. Keep your guard. Please, Lent. I know you have been dealing with this guy a lot of times before, but this is not the time to relax. This seems to be the first time I have told you something, right? Thought you wanted to haggle more about the price. I never skimped on the money, as long as the goods are worth it. That's my principle as a businessman. So, if I'm not wrong, the last time I saw you, you were alone. Turns out you got yourself a crew pretty fast. Is it the secret of making it big in business? Well, I've been slumming it all over Yellow Zones for so many years. Makes sense to get a few buddies, right? Strictly speaking though, that isn't the secret to making it big in business. That would be profit above all. The sound of scattered footsteps echoes down the alleyway, heading for the bar. Lind glances through the window and sees several Vertigers walk past. And when the opportunity comes to kill two birds with one stone, no businessman would refuse. God fucking damn it. Of course this would happen. Of course, you can't trust brokers. You just can't. Trusting them is just stupid at this point. I got a feeling kinda sleepy. I should have slept better last night. Oh, maybe that's why I'm having so much trouble in reading stuff. Makes sense. Land hears the crispy sound of a chambering round from behind her. He turns and sees the broker's mouth twisted with a savage grin. The muzzle of his gun pointed between her eyes. Just then, she gets a transmission from Cheetah. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I saw a bunch of armed vertigers heading towards the bar just now. Keep your eyes... You're a bit too late, Cheetah. What's wrong with the signal here? Hello? Lind, there are vertigers heading towards the bar. Be careful. Wow, thanks, Cheetah. That warning came just in time. A pack of vertigers bursts into the bar, and they all point guns at Lind. Lind shakes her head, ignoring Cheetahs as she puts Hello over the channel and tightens her grip on her. I was hoping we could settle this in a civilized way, but it looks like that's not an option anymore. Fine then. I've been pissed off all night. It's time to take it out on you. Alright, okay, Lind, do whatever you want. Oh. I knew it. You're only punctual when it's time for a fight, aren't you? Lind, how did things end up like this? Did negotiations break down or something? Rather than not successful, should I say it was too successful? Either way, it seems a fight is unavoidable. Time for this genius to show her brilliance. Alright, Lind and Cheetah. Lind and Cheetah, Lind and Cheetah. There we go. Combat starts. Combat starts. Oh my god, I'm feeling so sleepy. Give me a moment. Hold on. Let me try to see if I can. Wake up. 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 Maybe drink some water? Who knows? Maybe change my position? My sitting position. What if I make myself less comfortable? Would that help me with my sleepiness? Oh no! I got the wrong thing wrong again. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. Ow, ow. My legs hurts. Ow, ow. Okay, restart. Sorry. My legs hurts. You see, yesterday I did some what's the word I'm looking for here? I intensified my leg exercise and now they hurt. Every little movement I do, my legs start to hurt. I try to walk a little, my legs hurt. I try to stand up, my legs hurt. I try to take a step, my legs hurt. I try to sit down, my legs hurt. It's awful, honestly. Okay, wait. Can I kill every... I don't think I can. Yeah, they're not positioned very well for me to be able to do all of them in just one. No, actually they are. Hold on. Okay. Instead of moving there, move here. Activate the... Nah, yeah, it's not enough. Oh well. Okay, at least I tried, you know. In that case, let's just... there we go. Man, it's crazy that she can kill that many people with just one single attack. I mean, alright, granted, these guys are pretty weak, but still, the numbers are impressive. Also, the range of her ultimates is quite big, isn't it? Then I come here, and then I come here, and then I do... Oh. Oh. Okay, what about this? Oh, that's an interesting range also. Okay. For this to work... There's no way for this to work. Okay, alright, okay. I guess I would just kill them the normal way, the boring way. Whatever. There we go. Tongues of fire spit from the gun muzzles, riddling the door with sparks. Unable to hold up its own weight, it collapses with a loud crash, and Lind and Cheetah take the opportunity to escape the bar. The sounds of gunfire, the Vertigers yelling, and the girl's frantic footsteps blends together in the pitch-black alleyway. Savages. All of them. Lin shoots an exasperated look at Cheetah. What are you looking at me for? If not for this genius heroic intervention, you'll be even bigger trouble now, right? Yeah, very heroic. Very, very heroic. They hadn't started chucking smoke bombs around all of a sudden, but have gotten the ID card back. You mean shaking off the guy chasing us isn't important at all? Just as Cheetah finishes, several more Vertigers show up at the entrance of the alley and point their guns at the duo. Land grabs Cheetah and yanks her into a side alley. Several bullets hit the wall behind the place where they were a moment ago, throwing up wisps of dust. How the escape routes are... Replans have been cut off by Vertigers. What will we do now? Do you have any other backup routes? Well, if there's no way out, why not just make one? Land shifts behind Cheetah and pulls her trigger. A hail of buckshot forces the pursuing Vertigers back as they duck behind cover. Then, Land swings her muzzle over and takes out the Vertigers trying to ambush them from the flanks. Just as the two of them are about to make their breakout, yet another squad of Vertigers appears in front of them. God fucking damn. It's never that easy, is it? There you are! You know what? I'm not going to take the Vertiger serious anymore. At this point in the story, I give up on trying to be serious about this, guys. There you are! Don't let them get away! Oh, over here, Lance, on your tree. The two of them hurry deeper into the alley, but find that it leads to a forbiddingly high wall. The shouts of the Vertigers grow louder behind them. You got them covered, boys! They are in the dead end. Get the boys over here. They are not getting away this time. Damn it. Is there no ends to them? These goddamn cockroaches. After checking her ammo and discovering that she's running out, Lind looks at Cheetah. How many more of those bombs do you have? Let me see. Oops. I think I just threw the last one. Land looks at the wall. It doesn't seem surmountable by effort alone. The sound of footsteps growing increasingly louder reminds her of the reality that the Vertigers are going to reach them any minute now. They're out of time. Cheetah, climb on my shoulders and get out of here. What? I said climb on my shoulders and get out of here. I'll stay behind to cover you. Hurry. So, you're telling me to skip ahead of you? Hell no. If someone's going to be covered, someone's going to be covering someone else. I can do it for you too. Your frame is smaller, and you're more mobile than me. Your chances of escape are higher than mine. But... No buts. One person escaping is better than none at all, right? We've taken on so many hostage rescue missions already, so just think of it as my turn to be saved this time. They are all the way in at the end. I don't have time for this. Go, Cheetah. Cheetah can hear the Vertiger's footsteps approaching. She grits her teeth, and then vaults over the wall with Lynn's help. He looks back and sees the Vertiger swarming Lens, who fearlessly fires into the horde. Get back for you, Lens. Wait for me. What good teammates these two are. Watashiwa. I can't get her intonation right. DA13. Go. On the outskirts of the Yellow Zone, Frostfall squad follows the signal to its endpoint, but all they find is a patch of sandy dirt surrounded by an endless expanse of wasteland. Over here. Lynn's signal is close by. This is where the trail ends. They must have gemmed its starting from this point. Hello, can you make any contacts by radio? Connection failed. Lynn's communicator is probably not in range. Let me see. When was the last time Lynn's signal showed up? It was roughly 5 hours ago. Tololo looks around. There is nobody else here besides Frostfall squad. A gust of wind blows and the trio's footsteps are instantly covered up by the sand. Even our tracks from 5 minutes ago would be hard to find, let alone 5 hours. Cheetah, you're the one with all the clues now. Think carefully. Did you see anything noteworthy during the battle? You're talking about noteworthy stuff. What are you looking at me for? If not for this genius heroic intervention, you'd be in even bigger trouble now, right? If you hadn't started chucking smoke bombs around all of a sudden, I could have gotten the ID card back. Come to think of it, those Vertigers were acting really weird. They would already gotten the polyalloy card, so why would they need to pursue us so hard? What? So this wasn't just a robbery, but a deliberate doll kidnapping. Which means it's probably not good. Oh, also, there were tons of Vertigers and they blocked off all the escape routes we planned beforehand. How many of them were there? About 6 or 7 squads worth, at the very least. Hmm. This is strange indeed. The Vertigers usually think of underground brokers as easy targets due to the difference in fighting strength, so both sides tend to think poorly of each other. While there are some less moral brokers who slum it with the Vertigers, an operation like this is far beyond the ability of a single broker to control. In other words, it's not so much that the broker was in league with the Vertigers, but there was someone with troops of their own running the whole show from behind the scenes. Yeonju ponders the issue. Was there anything special about these Vertigers? Something special. Let me think. I got it. They were wearing bandages with something that looked like a dagger on them. It was like... just like... Leader, picking up an unknown signal nearby, approaching us from the south. The roar of an engine precedes the sight of a grey jeep cresting a sand dune. Thick black smoke spills from behind it as the noise shatters the peaceful silence of the desert. Just like that insignia on that jeep. Were the ones chasing me and Lind last night. Upon realizing that Lind might be on that vehicle, Frostfall Squad subconsciously tightens their grip on their guns. Frostfall Squad, prepare for battle, intercept that vehicle. And fighting again we are going to do. Let me see, remove Lind, bye bye. And put Jeonju's back here, and no, not Ksenia. Cheetah is already there. Tororo. There we go. And I don't think there's any need for me to buff my allies over here right now. Let's just get it straight into. I think I need a better physician. If I bomb this guy, that one's going to die. Perfect. There we go. And now kill this guy. And now kill this guy. Boom. And then kill this guy. Ow. 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 Cheetah, time to shine again. Grenade. 3 guys in just 1 attack. Love to see it. And now for the finishing touch. Yeonju. Easy. Damn it. They got the jump on us. As bullets hit their tires, the Vertigers realize that something's off and frantically pull hard on the steering wheel. Retreat! Retreat! Think you can run? Not so fast. Bearing 033 degrees. Ready to fire. Frostfall Squad seizes the moment and opens fire as one. With a loud crash, the Jeep finally gives up the ghost, skidding for a distance before overturning. Later, we have intercepted the vehicle. I'm heading in to research it. Later, I didn't find Lind on the vehicle, But I found that broker from yesterday who dealt with us. Cheetah drags the trussed up broker from the crashed jeep and dumps him on the ground like a sack of potatoes. The impact knocks his gas mask off, revealing the grimace on his face. Oh, hello. Dolls? Is that surprising? You should have seen a lot of dolls recently. For instance, the one who tried to sell you that polyalloy card last night. What did you do with her? Yeonju presses her gun against the broker's head. The broker laughs in an infuriating way, as if Yeonju's anger means nothing to him. So that's how risky the deal turned out to be. I wouldn't know, I would have asked that guy for more. Don't change the subject. Yeonju jabs his temple with her gun for emphasis, and the pain makes the broker wince. I'll ask you one more time. What did you do to Lens? And who is that guy? Okay, fine. According to the code of the brokers, I shouldn't be telling you who hired me. However, I think exceptions can be made when your life is at risk. The broker stretches out his right hand and draws a number in the air. He called himself Holtz. He showed me a picture of the doll to bring in and made me an offer I couldn't refuse. As for whether it was a fake name or what he wanted the doll for, beats me. It's way above my pay grade, so to say. Holtz? Yeonju is visibly surprised to hear that name. Leader, what's wrong? If I'm not wrong, the client from yesterday's commission on that mensch was also called Holtz. Oh wait, did he wanted land because she downloaded some information from the robots? It has to be this, right? Otherwise I don't really think why he would want to land specifically. So it definitely might have to do with the information she got from the robot. And according to the client's information he submitted, this Mr. Holtz ought to be the young master of a toy company. Wait, seriously? What would some little prince from a toy company even want with land? I am not sure, but I am sure that Miss Alien's information is correct. Where did you hand her over? It was due south from here, at a port on the edge of the yellow zone. Miss Doll, if you ask me, we can talk terms here and make a mutual profitable exchange. Okay, bye. Yeonju decides that there's nothing more she can learn from him, and cuts off his bladder with a gun butt to the back of his head. Cheetah knocks out the rest of the vertical mocks as well. A little bit overkill, huh? Leader, since we know where Lind is, we should head out right away. Actually, it's not overkill, she just put him uncautious. Unlike the commander and the others who just straight up killed these guys. We should head out right away. The Lolo emerges from the jeep, waving to Kyungju with the ID card in hand. Search complete. I have recovered the polyalloy card. Yes, Lind might be in danger, so we should move quickly. Crossbow squad, head toward the port at maximum speed. It don't lose time, huh? I mean, the end of the music, I always forget how the ending is like on GFL2. DS1 2. Wait, how long have I been streaming? 135. I mean, what hour is it? It's 5 p.m. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this might be the last one for today. DS12. Banquets, wine, and VIP guest. The shadow below the crystal goblet is harder to clean away than wine stains. Go. The veil of night settles over the quiet port. Rusted cranes stand in formation by the waterline, a testament to its past glory. Currently, most of those street lamps by the shore are damaged, blinking on and off intermittent. Frostfall squad huddles in a dark corner of the port, studying a massive cruise liner moored to a pier. This luxury vessel stands in stark contrast to the dilapidated port. Its hull and surroundings are illuminated like daytime by high-power searchlights. More people are boarding. Tololo studies the gangway intently through the binoculars. She's holding binoculars. Binoculars. This will be the 11th group tonight. Security guards in black uniforms stand on the gangway. They step forwards and halt the two people who are approaching them. One of them, a well-dressed gentleman, takes a card out of his pocket and hands it to the guard. After verifying the guest's identity, the guard returns it to him with both hands and executes a picture-perfect 95-degree bow gesture. Before gesturing to the guests and his accompanied doll who board the vessel. Most of the guests are accompanied by dolls. I surmise that after this halt kidnapped Land, he might have brought her aboard as his companion doll. Given the way they are dressed, I would say there's some kind of party in there. But then, why would they need so many dolls for a party? It's weird. Also, our current location could be considered the border between the green zone and the yellow zone. So, why would those rich people from the white zone come all this way to join an ordinary party here? Tololo? Why are you looking at me? I was just surprised. It turns out even you can say something useful at times, Cheetah. Ah, but you're taking shots at me now that Lens gone. Tololo? Seeing that Cheetah is about to flip out, Hyunju strategically clears her throat to get the conversation back on track. We'll probably only learn the answer to those questions after we go in there. Cheetah, do you have any items that could help us sneak aboard a cruise ship? Of course I do. I recommend using this genius statical grappling claw. A gentle throw sends it into the deck, whereupon it latches on tight. And then you can swing over with a whoosh. Kyonju looks around at the searchlights around the cruise liner and shakes her head in resignation. Anything else? How about this imitation dolphin? We could hide under it and swim over to the liner, then wait till they are not looking before climbing aboard. Cheetah, the plan is to sneak in, not to draw the attention of the people on the ship. I knew it. I was clearly imagining things when I thought Cheetah could be useful. Hey, I heard that too, Tololo. Fine then. Why don't you come up with a solution of your own? If stealth isn't an option, let's just walk right in. What? It looks like this cruise liner is for members only. While the perimeter security is very tight, the security procedures for boarding are fairly simple. All guests have to do is show their ID. And this is what they are showing to the guards. Tololo takes out the polyalloy card she recovered from the broker and puts it in Kyonju's hands. So we'll be posing as guests then? Yep. Based on what we saw just now, it's not unusual for a guest to board in the company of a doll. So we should be able to get 2 people in there. As for whether there will be further security measures after we get in, that remains to be seen. This is the only plan they have which seems even the slightest bit workable. And every moment wasted only increases the chances of Land meeting with danger. Kyonju comes to a conclusion. That's fine. We'll leave one person outside to respond to any changes in the situation and minimize the risk of failing the mission. I will disguise myself as a guest. As for Tololo and Cheetah... Kyonju glances at Cheetah, whose face full of anticipation, and imagines what might happen if Cheetah is allowed to roam free on her own. Scenes of the port being leveled by explosions and other kinds of devastation all fill her mind. Man, how much you trust the Cheetah a lot, don't you, huh? Kyonju, man, what an insane level of trust in her. I think I will bring Cheetah in with me. Tololo, stay outside and help analyze the vessel's structure. Make sure you maintain constant contact with Griffin HQ. Got it. Tololo nods and raises the binoculars again. Almost said binoculars again. Now, the remaining issue is how to hide the glossiness of a doll's synthetic dermis. That's easy, leader. Just leave it to me. At last, it's the time for my genius inventions. Skinwalker spray to shine. Soon, Tololo is watching Kyonju and Cheetah approach the gangway through her binoculars. Said it again, I said binoculars, 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 not binoculars, binoculars. Greetings. Your identification, please. Kyonju hands the guards the ID card with her left hand. The right is behind her back, feeling for her dagger. The guard eyes Kyonju warily. Is something wrong, madam? Are you not feeling well? I feel a little hot under those searchlights. Be quick about it, please. The guard sticks the card into the reader. There's a quiet beep, and the word success appears on the screen. We apologize for your discomfort, madam. Welcome aboard the MV Novalis, madam. We hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you. Hyunju nods and collects the ID card. Then she gently drags Cheetah along with into the depths of the cruise liner. Ooh, fancy. How was this made? Let me see. Is this a 3D model like the others? Oh, yeah, it is a 3D model like the others. See this right here? Those are polygons, those are lines. Yep, this is a 3D model. What about those lights over here? Are those 3D models too? Looks like it. I'm not entirely sure. But by the perspective, I would imagine this is also a 3D model. Machines, slot machines over there. What could be painted over here? No, I think this whole thing is a 3D model. Yeah, the whole thing might be a 3D model. No, wait. No, never mind. Those waters might be 3D models too. Oh, sorry. The liner's interior is decorated with a Baroque style, with crystal chandeliers hanging high overhead, filling the hall with brilliant illumination. Guests in fancy clothing hold flutes of champagne as they converse in small groups. The sound of laughter and clinking glasses fill the air. Yeonju and Cheetah only draw a few side glances. I think that's a typo. Yeonju and Cheetah only draw a few side glances as they enter the hall. Those guests who notice them merely raise their glasses in salute before turning away to re-immerse themselves in the revelry. Wow, is this how the rich throw parties? Look at all this luxury. Leader, look, they decorated this wall with collapsed pieces. Can we grab a few on our way out? Lower your voice, Cheetah. There are many guests and security personnel here. We need to keep a low profile and avoid drawing unnecessary attention. A line of security robots roll between them in an orderly manner. They split up and slowly roll into the areas to the left and right. Hyunju watches them as they head into the depths of the hall. The left contains the dining hall and shopping area, while the right has the bar and the lounge. Which one are we going to check out first, leader? Time is tight, so for efficiency's sake, I think we should split up. Cheetah, you go left and I go right. We'll meet back here in 10 minutes. Got it. See you later then. Ooh, look at, man, it looks so fancy. Is this, yeah, this is another 3D model. Oh, this is so cool. This is really, really cool. You see, I have an interest in 3D models because sometimes I myself use 3D models on my backgrounds. Not just as in finding 3D models to use in the illustrations. I make my own sometimes. Seeing all this stuff is very cool to me. They didn't apply much line art to it. It is. There's no line art dividing this whole thing. Just like, it's mostly like just pretty good lighting. And this is so cool. This is so fun. I wonder how much of this was actually modeled and how much of it was just some other free 3D assets that they brought and bring here. I mean, the structure at the very least, I can more or less be sure that it is they themselves modeled. Now, all these little drops here, sorry, not drops, props here, I'm not so sure. I think it would be too much work. They might have brought some assets from the internet to bring here to make the scene look more full. That, or they use the free ones from a program. I think using free assets is probably the most probable. Alright, anyway. The bar that adjoins the casino is livelier than the main party hall. The guests gather in small groups, and occasional laughs escape them. Some of the guests are red-faced with anger, loudly bemoaning their luck or lack thereof. Apple juice, please. Kyonju takes a drink from a passing waiter tray and leans on the bar, quietly listening to the conversation between the guests. Soon, her attention is drawn by a nearby commotion. Hey, barkeep, give me and my friend here a glass of latte. Latte? Latte? Latte. Kyonju looks to the side. Two businessmen are walking in from the bar entrance, arm over shoulders, headed for the counter. Upon noticing what's going on, the people around them seem to be either afraid or in awe of their status, because they immediately clear a path for them and give the pair a wide berth. Berth? It might be berth. Whatever the fuck that is. I haven't seen you so long. Where have you been recently? I had some business on my family side, so I had to attend a whole bunch of gatherings and parties. Took a lot of doing to get free. Let me tell you that. Oh, but isn't that fun? About as fun as a hole in the head. They're all boring as hell. In the end, it's this place that suits me best. After all, there are some events that you can only find here. They're the only things that really gets my blood going. The rich man taps the table with a knuckle and then points down. Two of them exchange knowing smiles. That's right. And that's not even getting to tonight's special event. Should be about time, right? The rich man looks at his watch. The gemstones set into the hands glisten with a crimson light. He laughs, then takes an exquisitely made metal box from his coat pocket, revealing a neat row of gold casino chips. Since we got some time, why don't we go do something fun to whet our appetites? The card tables have been boring as hell during the past few weeks without you. It will be my pleasure. A hint of excitement crosses the healthy man's face. He nods, then snatches up his glass and drains it in one gulp. He then adjusts his suit while the other man pats his shoulder. The two of them get up and head towards the casino. Before long, they are lost in the flow of humanity. Kyonju places her empty, long-steamed glass on the counter before nodding to the bartender and withdrawing to the main hall. At the same time, Cheetah returned from the dining hall. Leader, listen to me. I found two really weird things. Kyonju nods, indicating that Cheetah should continue. Remember that what Tololo said about seeing humans with with doll partners at the port? But I didn't see any dolls in the main hall. Where did they all go? Now that you mention it, I have only seen humans here too. See? If Lind were taken onto the ship by that guy, she would have been put somewhere out of sight with all those other dolls. Keep track of the dolls' movements is definitely important. Well done, Cheetah. That was a very important clue. I've got more awesome stuff in store. Take a look at the pictures I managed to secretly take with my microcam. The picture shows a security robot's back access port. After magnification, they can clearly take out the serial number on it. Enhance, zoom in, enhance, zoom in, enhance. G and L beta. That's the model we saw at the mansion, on those robots Mr. Holtz ordered from the Girard group. Oh, yeah, didn't Tolo say these models weren't being marketed by the Girard group? Don't tell me, this entire ship is Girard group property? That's definitely possible. However, it's also possible that the Girard group merely lent technical assistance to the ship operators. Regardless of which turns out to be true, the one thing that we know for sure is that this ship is firmly linked to the Girard group. Uh-oh. Suddenly, a long hum fills the air. It seems to be coming from overhead. What's going on? The humming gets louder, but the guests seem completely used to this and do not respond in any way. Just then, Hyunju's communicator beeps. He picks up the call and hears Tololo's voice. Leader, the gangway guards just returned to the vessel. And the gangway's been closed up. It seems the ship is about to weigh to anchor. No wonder we heard the strange noise. It must have been the vessel's air horn. I will have Miss Eileen arrange the vehicle support so I can continue supporting you at sea. I am concerned that the situation might spiral out of control once the ship leaves port, so please be careful. Understood. As it turns out, I have some things that I need you and Miss Eileen to investigate too. Hyunju briefs Tololo on everything she's learned so far. So, he wants to look into the link between the novelist, Mr. Holtz, and the Girard group? Yes, I got it. Also, I have some input on the potential location of the dolls that I would like to share with you. In the next moment, Hyunju receives a quick sketch of the liner's structure. Observations of the exterior suggest that the liner is divided into 3 main decks, marked 1F, 2F, and B1. Passengers can only board the vessel via one route. In other words, via the 1F deck, where you are now. And what about 2F? What are they doing up there? Thermal scans indicate that 2F contains servers, so my guess is that it has a functional purpose similar to a server room, a command center, and other such facilities. However, I am suspicious of the B1 deck. The part that's below the waterline? Yes, there is a hidden passage on 1F which appears to lead to B1. That's very heavily guarded and there's lots of worker traffic moving through it. Measurements of the cargo they're moving show that they are very similar in size to those. In other words, Lynn's most likely to be in B1. Leader, since we know where the entrance is, why don't we hurry over right now? We'll take out the door guards and rush straight in. Oh my god, I'm having so much trouble to read. Like, I'm doing all these paused readings, which normally I don't think I would read that way. It makes it sound so mechanical. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh, wake up, wake up. After studying the number of security robots patrolling the main hall, Yeonju shakes her head. Sololo, are there any guests leaving through that entrance? No. Only workers. But it's not just the dolls. I don't see their owners either. That's where the problem lies. The fact that these guests can move through suggests there must be a VIP route from 1F to B1. We just don't know where it is. Hyunju's eyebrows narrow as she recalls what happened earlier in the bar. When that wealthy guest said this place, he pointed down. And then the look of interest when he flashed those gold casino chips. Looks like there's a big secret behind the bar. Cheetah, let's head over to the casino. It's very likely that the B1 entrance is hidden there. Okay, so I think I was wrong there. Because my guess was that Land was kidnapped because she downloaded some information from the robot, but I guess I was wrong. She got kidnapped to participate in whatever game is happening in the B1 floor of the cruise. I just still don't really understand why her specifically. It could have been anyone, could it not? Could it be that it's because she feels pain? I mean, it is a exclusive characteristic of her, right? But I'm not sure. Not sure. Either way, I think it's not really worth for me to think too much about it, because from the looks of it, since in just, what, 2 hours, I already was able to reach halfway into it, I don't think the story is going to be that long. I don't know. I don't know, it could, but I am betting either one of those two things. Because if the story made the efforts to show those aspects to us, the readers, then they are probably going to be important later, right? They had to be. There's a little detail that so far has been just thrown out and has no connection to anything we have seen so far. Alright. Tomorrow, this is the end of the stream, okay? I said that would be the last day, so tomorrow I'll try to continue the story and probably I'm going to finish it. I mean, if the second part of the story goes more or less in the same length as this one, I can probably finish the story tomorrow. Let me collect a little. No, I didn't get anything here. Heroic mode. Is heroic mode on this version the same as the last one? For doing damage to a target, cleanse one cleansable buff from this unit. When attack a target, if the enemy target has 2 or fewer debuffs, attacks reduced by 25%. Oh, it's not the same as the last one. Target has 2 or fewer debuffs. Huh. Targeted damage dealt is decreased by 25%. When dealing AoE damage, if the attack hits 5 or more targets, attacks is reduced by 25%. At the end of the action, if HP is below 30%, recover HP equal to 15% of max HP. This is an enemy thing. Attack is increased by 100%. Defense and max HP stability is increased by 20%. I see. Wait, doesn't this whole thing just cleans heavily in favor of the Lens kit? Like the debuff thing and the AoE thing. Do the devs want us to use the Lens to clear the heroic modes? Probably, most likely. But not only use Lens, but use AoE damage in general. So that's basically a whole corrosion team, isn't it? Targeted damage dealt is decreased by 25%. Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad. I think the most worrying thing is probably this one. At the end of the action, if HP is below 30%, recover HP equal to 15% of max HP. This one I can see it being pretty annoying if you don't have enough DPS. Especially considering how tanky these guys will get with 20%, 200% increase on defense and max HP. And stability too, fuck me. I'll see. I'll try to clear some stages on heroic modes tonight. And see how this goes. Alright. This is the end of the stream. Once again, tomorrow I'll continue the story, or should I say I'll try to continue the story. I can't really promise anything. I shouldn't promise anything, really. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.